All right. Hey guys, welcome back to some crypto. It is October 23rd, 2023, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC on the macro level. We just broke out above 32K, and we'll try to figure out what type of a price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few months or even like a few quarters, because we knew how important on the macro level based on Elliott wave, and at the same time based on indicators how the 32K area was going to be a major resistance to break out above before we can clearly say, hey, the wave 2 based on Elliott wave could potentially be in, and we could be looking for our next macro bull run, right, for the next for the wave 3 and all that good stuff, right? So we'll take a look at it on a macro all the way down to the 3D, and we'll also try to discuss about alt to see if alt will basically try to follow BTC, because the BTC dominance, it is basically following the BTC USDT, so it is going to be super critical for some of these alt to basically follow through. But most of the alt, as I've been saying, regardless of what BTC will do, right, especially the micro cap alt, they will pump, because once again, those are basically 10 million market cap, 15 million market cap, up to even like 100 million market cap. Even if they go 10x, it won't affect the BTC dominance and all that good stuff. So if we have enough time, we'll talk about all that good stuff. If not, we are basically going to schedule another live stream and all that, right? So make sure to basically hit the likes if you're bullish, right? If you're bearish, make sure to hit the likes also, okay? So you don't have any choice. So 589 from Aladino, so it means sounds is good. So now let's go ahead and dive into the analysis. We're going to start off with the quarterly time frame. Most of you guys know, okay, we've been talking about the quarterly time frame, for the last few quarters, since like late 2021, after we got the quarterly rejection right here. Back then, if you guys recall, if you're new to our channel, we were saying like, hey guys, we are bearish, right? However, we don't think like, okay, bears or even bulls going to let this candle close bearish, because that would basically finalize, right, the bull market peak and all that good stuff, right? So candle close bullish, everyone got bullish and all that good stuff, and then we dump all the way down to the quarterly 21. Our target down here was the 21K plus minus 9 plus minus 10% Leroy, okay? So now we basically consolidated around the quarterly 21, and in late 2022, if you guys been watching our channel long enough, okay, we said clearly we got 85% chance, right, of bottoming, okay? Not even based on price, but based on time. So you got to think about it, okay? You can either get your target or targets based on time, or you can get your target, right, based on price, okay? But based on price and based on time, we knew, okay, with a very high probability, the range of the 21K plus minus 10% going to be a crucial range, and we could be finding the bottom right here. And that's why I was saying back in November, we got 85 back in November 2022, okay? We had a 85% chance, right, of finding the bottom, and it is still valid, okay? So now what we're seeing right here is like, okay, BTC back above the quarterly 21 EMA. Right here we consolidated for like a 6 month below it, got a 72% breakout, right? And on the monthly basis, I remember back in January, I was saying like this type of a breakout, 40% breakout on the monthly basis, it is a sign of a macro reversal. Okay, the trend after the reversal, the trend could be slow, and you don't know when the trend going to be ending and all that good stuff. But at least we got a 40% pump. You're getting a reversal in your trend, right? You most likely going to see some very big explosiveness, right, to the upside and all that good stuff. And we were targeting the monthly 21 EMA and all that good stuff, right? So if we go back to the quarterly time frame, right, So the quarterly kind of got interesting. If you draw a line right here, because the reason why I'm talking about the quarterly is like you get less noise, right? I don't have time to basically, I mean, I do have time, but you know what I mean, right? I just don't want to basically be showing you the chart on a daily basis when I can basically just compress it so you can see all the resistances and all the supports and all that good stuff, right? So you can see our 28K support right here. I said it back in 2020, back in 2021, after we came back down to a just about like a 28.9, something like that, right? The first week of January, I was saying like this key level, right, going to represent a macro support within the next like a few years, okay, or even like a the next bull market and bear market and all that good stuff. And that's exactly what's happening right here. I did not know it'd take like this long, right, for it to represent a macro support and macro resistance and all that good stuff, right? So you can see like the resistance right here. Our first candle from the bottom could not break above, okay, 30K, and that's exactly where we found our support right here on a quarterly basis. It is quite important to watch these lines, because if you basically copy and paste, right, this line, you can see like we got another line right here, right, just about like a 46K, and that's on the quarterly basis, not even on the, we're not talking about like on the 15-second charts and all that good stuff. I don't think we will get there this quarter, right, because it might be too soon to get get up to the 45 and all that good stuff. But BTC will do whatever it wants to do, right? But in terms of timing, right, we might not be looking at 45K and all that good stuff for for the sake of simplicity, right? But in terms of resistance, right, you can see the next resistance based on the quarterly time frame. If you don't care about the 15-second charts and all that good stuff, your next resistance within the next few quarters, right, could be all the way up to the 45, right? If I just draw a line right here just to be constant, right, it is at 45K, 45.742 for Leroy, okay? So in the next quarter after that, the next quarterly resistance will be somewhere around like a 58K, right? But once again, okay, if we take a look at it now in terms of Elliott wave, before we basically try to fall more and look for like a 60K and all that good stuff, I think it is still too early to even talk about like a new all-time high, because we will take a look at it on the weekly. This is our first week breaking out above 32K, so we cannot basically we cannot just jump the gun and say, hey, we will be pumping up to basically 50K and all that good stuff. Okay, we'll take a look at it on the weekly. But on the quarterly basis, right, it is quite important to basically close above 32K this quarter. If bulls can get that job done, right, by closing above 32K resistance right here, that would amplify, right, the bullishness of the market, and we could be saying, hey, that is it. There is no need even to be looking for a retest of the quarterly 21. Okay, because remember, I said it multiple times, the wave 2 going to be very complicated, right? Based on Elliott wave, right? We'll talk about it again later on, right? Based on Elliott wave, we were saying like this could be our wave 1, and our wave 2, we don't know. It could be anywhere between 30K or even down for a full retracement. We just didn't know, okay? However, this guy looks like it wants to take out the 32K area, so we could, as of now, if we close above 32K, we could assume, okay, this was our wave 2 correction, and that is it, right? We're not going to get anything lower than 25K, right, on a quarterly basis, right? And we could be looking for later on the wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. You see what I'm saying? So it is kind of crucial to know your time frame, right? Are you trading BTC? Are you buying BTC for the next couple of weeks? Or are you buying BTC for the next 18 to 24 months? Okay, I said it multiple times, right? The best time to accumulate, right, it is when, the last quarter of the pre-halving year. Okay, we got the halving in when? 2024, either sometime in March or April. And I said it, best time to be buying, especially buying alt, it is like 3 to 4 months before, right, before the halving. And you could be selling like at much higher prices, yeah, right? 3 to 6 months. 6 months might be a lot, but let's say 3 to 4 months right after the halving. Okay, not even basically waiting for the entire bull market, because they will retrace, right? If I have time, we will go through the chart and all that good stuff. If not, we'll talk about a altcoin, basically 3 months before the halving and 3 months after the halving, how they behave and all that good stuff. Okay, but going back to the quarterly time frame, it is looking very good. The takeaway on a quarterly basis, right, it is like, can we close above 32k? That's the only thing we need right now. Okay, if you're bullish, that's the only thing you need. If you're bearish, right, if you're still waiting for 9k, 10k, 3k and all that good stuff, what you need to watch for is like, hey, we need to close below 32. Okay, if we close below 32, yes, you could still try to make an argument saying, hey, I'm still gonna wait for 15k and all the way down to, like, you know, the breakout area right here around like a 10k. Okay, I remember exactly, vividly, okay, back in October 2020, when BTC retraced down to 10k, most bulls, okay, they were bears, I would say most bears, okay, they were saying like, okay, we're going to drop down to a 9600 or 9400. I can't remember exactly, because we had a gap down there, okay, just by like a 5% drop. And I remember in our premium group, I was saying like, hey guys, the circle can drop, yes, down to 9600, right? Okay, 9600 and all that good stuff, right? However, right, we were basically getting a support at the weekly 21 EMA, so there is no need, right, to be bearish for a 5% move, knowing our next price target, it is almost like up to 12k. So 5% down versus 25% move to the upside. That's the same thing right here. Okay, one could say, hey, I'm gonna wait for, you know, 20k, right, 30% drop, something like that. However, the upside target could be 5x from here, could be 5x from here. I've been saying it like, hey, our next bull market pick, okay, if and only if the 4-year cycle stays the same, right, we could see 150 to 180k. So I just don't see the need, right, for bulls to be waiting for you know, on the macro level, not on the short term, to be waiting for a 10-15% drop on the macro basis, right, when you know the probability is higher, right? If it breaks out above 32k, it could basically just carry on and never drop back down to those lows or lows, wherever you're looking at. Okay, 20k, 21k, 22k and all that good stuff. All right, because I said it, you know, based on Elliott wave, I'm just going to repeat it, right? This was a probable move, right? However, I was saying like to close a, you know, full body quarterly cycle around these lows going to be super critical. It is still possible, because you can never be so sure with the market. You cannot just say, hey, we broke out above 32k, now we're going to 180k. Market doesn't work that way. Okay, because, you know, we broke out above 28k right here, we never gone up above 32. So we can break out above 32 and never break out above 35 for the next couple of quarters till after the halving and all that good stuff. That's also possible. Okay, but we'll take it step by step, as long as, okay, the other takeaway on the quarterly basis is like, as long as we're above the quarterly 21, okay, BTC will be in a macro bull market. Okay, regardless of what the indicators are saying, as long as we above the quarterly 21 EMA, Leroy, the quarterly 21 EMA, it is at 23,986 as of now. Okay, and it could be above 25k within the next 3 to 6 months by the halving. Right, so just have to keep an eye on it. Right, so now let's move on down to the monthly basis, because the monthly is quite important. Also, I remember back in August 2022, I was talking about the monthly 21. Okay, I was saying like, hey guys, I'm bearish right here. Okay, I'm bearish from 25k, and we're going to be looking for 17.5, right? No need to be looking for anything lower, right? Even though price action could dip down to those lows, right? But we're going to be looking for a double bottom right here, and we're going to be later on looking for a retest of the monthly 21 EMA in Q2 2023, and that's exactly what's happening right here. Okay, so we spent like nearly 6 months, 7 months near the monthly, I would say around the monthly 21 EMA, right? And now we finally breaking out above it. Right? My only concern is like, hey, even though we're breaking out above the monthly 21 EMA, if we go ahead and take a look at total, okay, if we go ahead and take a look at total market cap, right? Oh, sucker finally broke out above sucker finally broke out above the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, if we take a look at total market cap, it is finally breaking out above the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, it was struggling to break out above the monthly 21 EMA, so that is not a concern any longer. Because when I was looking at it, let's see if you yeah, this sucker just broke out above it today, right? Because that's a 3D cycle, right? So it just broke out above the monthly 21 EMA. However, it is still facing a resistance in price right there, just about like a 1.33. So we need to take out just about like a this high was, let's double check for Leroy, okay, 1.26. okay, we need to take out 1.26 if we want to just include the April high, right? 1.26 trillion, Leroy, right? We got to take out 1.2 trillion. Okay, once we take out 1.2 trillion, you could basically use your fibs right here. Okay, and be going all the way up to 1.5 trillion, which basically could coincide with BTC going to like a 0.618, also around like a 39 to a 41. But it does look good. Okay, it is looking really good, the fact that we're taking out the monthly 21. Okay, if we get any rejection in terms of like a total market cap, we do have the monthly 21 EMA right now around like a 1.16 trillion. Okay, 1.16 trillion. Okay, and I'm talking about on the monthly, not on the 15-second chart. So now let's go back to BTC on the monthly basis, right? So on a monthly basis, it is looking very good. Okay, and I talk about it, I think back in Q3 or something like that, or later or in Q4, early Q4. Okay, on a 3 weeks basis. And what I was saying on a 3 weeks basis is like the double top, double bottom right here, right? It looked very good, right? The only reason why I did not trust this bullishness was like the timing, okay? Being like the second half of 2023, because my thesis was like, hey, the first half of 2023 we're going to be bullish, most likely. The second half it could be bearish and boring. So it stayed bearish and boring for like a nearly, since March. Okay, we picked back in March, right? Late March, and the breakout just started like in August. So you got March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months of consolidation, right? And BTC, it generally, okay, between 7 to 9 months, if it moves sideways, it will make a big move. Okay, it will make a big move. But my thesis was like, hey, we could be bearish in the second half of 2023, but that is not right. Okay, it looks like BTC wants to basically follow through as of now, taking out the 32K area. So we will see on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, if bulls going to be able to stay above 32. As long as we can stay above 32K, there is no need to be looking for 10K, 9K, and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone is looking for 9K. All right, so let me know if you're looking for 9K in the chat room. Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Still waiting for XRP 589. So we got Kendra's, Hank in the house, Mr. Litecoin. So basically the monthly 21, just like the quarterly 21 EMA, they're going to be providing support along the way over the next like a few months. Okay, so the monthly 21 could be useless, right, if we start the bull run, because we're not going to retest it probably if the bull run continues, right? We're not going to retest it like potentially, right, till the bear market starts. Okay, after the bear market starts, right, we're going to retest the monthly 21, possibly bounce off of it, right, and dump below it and then start a new bull market. I'll talk about it. It is a textbook bearish, textbook bear market for BTC. After a bull market, you retest your monthly 21 EMA, right, move sideways along the monthly 21 EMA for like a 2 to 3 month and capitulate 40-50% below it. Okay, you can write it down. Okay, but it is just a textbook pattern regarding the monthly 21. So as long as we can stay above it also, right, above the 28k, especially this month, we do not want to close we do not want to close below 30k at all. Okay, this month, right, it's not going to look good, and we'll take a look at it on a weekly basis, right? So if we don't want to close below 30k, right, it means we don't want to close below 26k neither, right? So this monthly candle has to stay bullish, right? Even if the next month comes back down all the way down to 27k, as long as we do not close below 30k, it'll still be bullish. You see what I'm saying? So, but we'll take it step by step, because this was a beautiful double top, double bottom. The timing was not right in terms of the bullishness, but it ended up being successful. So we just have to follow through, and no need to be negative about the trend. Just stay with the trend, right? Especially on a macro basis. Right? If you're short-term trading, hourly, 4 hour, it is a different story. Okay, you could basically make any type of call, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now let's take a look at it on a weekly basis. Okay, so on the weekly, we just got our first breakout above 32k this week. Okay, one thing we don't want to see, right, is like closing back down below 30k this week. I don't care about like next week, okay, but I'm talking about like this week. We don't want to close below 30k. If we close below 30k, it'll change everything, even up to the quarterly basis. Okay, if we close below 30k right here, it could basically be so hard, right, for bulls to regain control of 35k again. Okay, within the same quarter. I'm not saying it is impossible, right? I mean, it is not possible, right? But what I'm saying is, on a weekly basis, bulls, they just have to stay strong, okay, remain calm, right, and try to stay above 32. That's the only thing they need to do, nothing else. Even if price action doesn't move over the next like 5 days and stay price action and basically stay around like 33k till basically the weekly close, that'd be great. Okay, even if next week it comes back down to like a 30k, 29.9 and all that good stuff, it can basically reverse again. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. Okay, close, the high was somewhere around like a 28.8. It came down to like 26.5. Still managed to close around like a 29, 27.9, stuff like that. Okay, but overall, weekly it is looking good. Okay, so the bearish argument we talked about on the lower degree regarding the Elliott wave is like, hey, because it looks clear on the weekly basis, right? We were saying the wave 1 could be this move. Okay, that was the first scenario, and we were saying at the same time, hey, wave 2 could drop as low as 0.618. However, we just have to be cautious because we don't know our wave 2, right, how it'll look, because it could be basically something like that, right? And that's exactly what we just created. We're not 100% sure yet if that's going to be, the correct wave 2, just in case within the next few days, market, gets some sort of manipulation and then price action decides to do something like that and reverse down to a 0.618. And 0.618 will change because we just put in a new high. So we will still need to do something like this, swing low to swing high and look for 0.618, something like that, 21k. But if and only if the indicators going to be printing some bearish patterns. Okay, some bearish patterns on the, on the MACD, RSI, moving averages, and all that good stuff. So everything is hot right now. So it is not the right time to be making like bearish arguments, right? The most important key level or the most important bearish area just got taken out. So I'm not going to spend any time, right, trying to basically make some bearish arguments, right, and all that good stuff. So we'll just try to stay above the 32K for the next few weeks to see, and we'll wait and trying to figure out if bulls going to be pushing higher before the end of the year, or they're just going to be consolidating in this range. All right, so now let me take a look at the chat room. We got Mr. Shoe 35K. Whoa, we just hit 35K, right? I'm not sure if we hit 35K on spot, or let's double check. Yeah, sucker is moving fast though. For some reason, I was looking at the BLX chart. It is a little bit slow. It is at 33K, but sucker is right now at 35K. So it is moving pretty fast. It is moving pretty fast, right? Which is pretty good if you're bullish on alt, right? Alt BTC going to be suffering over the next like a few days or weeks, right? However, alt USD will take off once BTC is taking a break. You see what I'm saying? So once BTC is taking a break, alt USD will basically recover pretty fast. Okay, so 37K going to be a temporary resistance. Why? Because if you recall, guys, back in February 2022, okay, I think to be exact, February 24th, when Ukraine got invaded, right? So we dipped down here. I remember exactly. It was like I think a Wednesday, something like that, right? We wicked down here. Everybody started to be bearish, and sucker pumped back up to like a 40K, and we printed the double top, double bottom right here. What we were anticipating to be created right here, but it failed. Okay, so now we're pushing back up to a 35.7, looking pretty good on Bybit. All right. What's up, Ray? XDZ to the moon. We'll talk about alt later on, okay? But everything is looking good, guys. I just don't see any bearishness, right, on a higher time frame, right? So make sure to hit the likes if you're enjoying the content, right, and all that good stuff. XDZ to 82. I might change my target for XDZ, okay? Because that'd be too high in terms of like a market cap, since it missed it on the last bull run and all that good stuff, right? But we'll go for another macro. We'll go for a macro analysis for XDZ right before end of the year. It is still under $1, so it is still like 90% down. So it is still super cheap, and BTC is breaking out above the above the 32K macro resistance. So most of these alt, they will wake up before Q1 2024. And I said it, guys, Q4 going to be the accumulation time for alt, because BTC I don't think BTC, I could be totally wrong, right, but I don't think BTC will be pumping 10x from here, right? It won't. Right, that's why I was emphasizing when BTC was at 18K, 15K. I was saying like, hey guys, our next bull run, okay, we're not gonna go like 30x, 40x, right, for BTC. So the best thing to do, right, to accumulate 150, Leroy, to accumulate around like 15K to 18K, and be targeting 150 to 180K. I was saying it right here, guys, even before we talk about like the monthly 200 EMA being a resistance, okay? But that was like a year ago. So in 2 years after we hit like, let's say 150 to 180, people will be looking for 500K, $1 million. I don't think we will get to those prices within this bull run, because we only got 18 months, okay, maximum 24 months before, right, the bull market peak. So what's, what we already seen, right, is much brutal, right, in terms of bearishness than what we're gonna see. So it is time for the good time now. All right, it is prime time for BTC. Shiba to 50 cents. No, Shiba to $1. Let's just take it to $1. All right. So I had a friend, and he bought like what, I think like 25 million, something like that, 30 million Shiba, and saying like, oh, I'm waiting for Shiba to hit $1. I was like, okay. Good luck. Because I just don't have time to be explaining like, hey, the Shiba market cap is so the Shiba market cap, it'll be like so high, right? You cannot just imagine like Shiba going to like $1 with the same the Shiba total supply, okay, is so high, and the market cap, it'll be so high, if we go up to like $1. So I just say, okay, man, good luck. All right. So I know it's not funny, but XDZ. You think Litecoin is dead? I don't think Litecoin is dead, because when I was taking a look at the total market cap, not the total market cap, but the coin market cap, Litecoin was doing pretty well in March, April, right? May 2021 was still like in the top 20. So it is telling me like, hey, even though Litecoin, is moving very slow, right? It could still be a top 50 to top 60 coin minimum, right? In the next bull run. And if we're going to be tapping out around like a 7 trillion, 6 trillion, okay? Leroy might be waiting for 10 trillion, right? Litecoin, okay, could be still, very expensive if it is going to stay in the top 50 or top 60 minimum, right? I don't think it'll be out of the top 100 at all, right? But I don't see it like going to like 10,000 and all that good stuff, okay? I think 800, right? Maximum potentially, right? It could hit it, which is going to be 2x above the previous all-time high, or it could just double tap again, right? It could just double tap. Yeah, LTC moves late in the bull market. Even the last bull market, right? It kind of basically it kind of moved slow, right, around $100, $150, and then all of a sudden broke out to $400, at the end of the bull market. Busy Business is saying Shiba 2.001 if we're lucky. All right, we'll see. All right, I think we're done with BTC. I'm not gonna basically make it a 2 hours live stream and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna take some questions, right? If you have any question regarding any alt, we'll talk about alt. But guys, keep an eye on this alt, okay? I said it a long time ago. Link was in like a 15-month, accumulation phase, and all of a sudden it broke out. It broke out of the range right here, right? Just about like a 8.5 to 9.5 resistance. Next resistance, just about like $11 to $12 if you're short-term trading. But if you basically looking for the macro resistance, we just have to stay above the monthly 21. Most alt cannot stay above the monthly 21 EMA during the bear market. So if Link, if Link bulls could manage to stay above the monthly 21 EMA, that'd be extremely bullish. Okay, on the quarterly basis, you can see how clean, right, Link was getting rejected, guys, from the quarterly 21 EMA. You see how important the quarterly 21 EMA is, okay, for both BTC and alt. So closing above the quarterly 21 EMA this quarter, I don't care if Link goes down to $2 afterward, because the likelihood of staying below the $5, right, $4 range and all that good stuff going to be super low. Could we retest it? Absolutely. We're seeing Link doing this type of a wild move, right? You can see like right here we pump from like $1.50 to like, you know, nearly $3, right, and dump right back down, right? And we're seeing it right here also, right, where we dump from like 45 cents all the way down to like 12 cents and pump right back up to 74 cents within the same quarter, okay? But my point is like taking out the quarterly 21, taking out the monthly 21, it is a bullish sign as of now. As long as we can stay above the monthly 21, quarterly 21, you know, that's going to be a continuation. If we get any bad news, whatever, okay, and we see Link below these prices, right, we're gonna be like, okay, you know, let's just zoom out. Let's just zoom out, okay? The quarterly 21 EMA is right around like $7. If I see Link 50% below it, you know, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's super undervalued, okay? All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at not Shiba, but the king of the meme coins. So Dogecoin, Doge is doing super good, 68 cents, right? Let's take a look at it on Bittrex. I think Bittrex has the highest, you know, take a look at Dogecoin on a quarterly basis, right? Where we're getting support at, quarterly 21 EMA. Quarterly 21 EMA, and I said it, guys. I said it a long time ago, nearly over a year ago. I think November, right? Back in November, after we pumped up to like 11 cents, 12 cents, I said in my premium group, get out of Dodge, right, and wait for 5 to 6 cents. Okay, could we break it? Yes. If we break it, we got in terms of fibs, we do have 0.618 around like 6 cents. Right? Or if you want to take a look at it this way, you got 50% pullback around like a 3 cents, right? However, since like we're getting a macro support just like BTC back in 2018 around the 382 Fibonacci, right? Doge is doing the same thing, okay? And you got like multiple quarters, 2, 4, 6, 7 quarters of sideways correction, right? And we know Dogecoin, it takes like, you know, 900 days to 1000 days to basically find the bottom, and it's been like over 880 days, right? Let me just double check once again, right? Almost 900 days of, you know, of a downtrend right here. So it takes generally, right, it takes 1000 days for Doge to get the job done. Right here, it, you know, it only took like on a quarterly basis 800 days, and now we got like, you know, let's say 900 days. So I don't see the reason to sell Doge around these lows, right? Great time to be accumulating, not financial advice if you're looking for the next 12, 18, 24 months. I'm not talking about like Doge pumping to like 10 cents or 9 cents and then dumping back down to you know, 8 cents, 7 cents and all that good stuff. I'm talking about the macro level. That's why I'm showing you guys the quarterly time frame. So, you know, you're not going to be like waiting for Dogecoin to basically pump all the way up to $10 next year. Okay, so I'm not saying it will go. I don't think we will go anywhere above you know, above $5. So don't be looking for $10. Okay. Hey, what's up? We got hash rate 87, 84, 13, 56 in the house. 87, 64, 15, 84. Thanks a lot for tuning in. BNB could go for a good run. Mr. Business. Yes, I mean, if BNB gonna be around, right, I don't see why BNB, right, not still going to be in the top 10. And if we're talking about like going to like a 7 trillion, I would expect BNB, right, to still manage to stay with a 5% market dominance in the next bull run. So you do the math, okay? What would be the total market cap of BNB, right? So would be super high, okay? Hi, this guy said, hi San, can you check wings? Let's take a look at VET first before we take a look at wings. So let's take a look at VET BTC. So VET BTC, it is dumping down, okay? Because BTC is breaking out, okay? If we take out the, I mean, it is still under accumulation, all right? So if we take out the 50 cents, 50, not 50 cents, Leroy, 50 sats, okay? If we take out the 50 sats support, we got the 45 sats down to a 35 sats, you know, as the next macro support, right? So I think VET still gonna be around. I don't think it'll go anywhere. Yes, it is being, you know, crushed against BTC, but you're expecting it, okay? You're expecting some of these alt to suffer while BTC is breaking out, right? They're going to be suffering. They're going to feel the pain, you know, for the next like a few weeks, right? If BTC remains strong and the BTC dominance going up, not every alt will pump, okay? I think, you know, some of these alt will pump, but they're not going to be pumping like crazily to the upside. You know, 25, 30%, yes, but not like 200%, 300% and all that good stuff, right? And if BTC pulls back down 5%, they dump another, you know, 20%. That's why it is so hard for these alt to maintain a strong uptrend, especially the top altcoins. I'm not talking about the micro cap alt, okay? For instance, we've seen it with Loom, TRB, you know, BLZ, okay? They're all 10x against BTC, okay? They're all 10x, at least in USD, right? They're all 10x, right? But some of these macro cap alt, it'll be hard to see BNB going 10x while BTC is under 70K, okay? It'll be hard to see Ether going 10x while BTC is under 70K. But the micro cap alt, right? They don't care. 10 million market cap, you know, going to 100 million, it won't basically affect the BTC dominance. And I've been saying it, okay? I've been saying it for the longest. That's why it is good to accumulate alt during, okay, the final phase of the, you know, the bear market, right? The final phase of the bear market, right? So, what's up, David? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So, VET, it is looking good. Let's take a look at VET USDT. Yes, against BTC, you know, it is doing bad, but against USD, you know, not so bad, okay? Last month was looking great. We got the double bottom, even though we created some lower lows, right? Our first low back in, I wouldn't say first low, but our June low back in, back in 2022, around like a 2 cents. And we got, you know, by end of the year, we got another low right around like a, you know, 0.015, right? And finally putting potentially our last low, right? If BTC is not going to dump below 32K, most likely most of these alt will not dump below the, below the recent low, right? Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. So for this guy, right, just have to be cautious with a double top, I'm not saying it cannot go to like 50 cents or even up to $1. However, this pattern could be probable, okay, where this guy is still going to be under accumulation for 2 cycles. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, it means this bear market, right, was the wave 1 or your wave A, right, and you get your wave B and you get your wave C, and then later on you potentially go much higher, right? So if one is accumulating around like a, you know, under 2 cents, right, if we hit anywhere around like a 25-30 cents or even up to 50 cents, you know, you just have to basically pack your bags. Okay, don't be waiting for $1, because yes, $1 could be another 100%, but if you accumulate it around like 1.5 cents and all that good stuff, right, you don't want to be looking for another 100% move, right, when you know you already got 40x, right? So I wouldn't be waiting for $1, right, even though it can, right, because you got to think about it, right? If we take a look at the market cap of VET, okay, the market cap of VET right now, it is just about like a 1 billion, right? So I don't think VET it'll go like up to 100 billion, all right? So if we hit like 30 billion, 35 billion market cap, right? Yes, the supply, right, it is not that high, just about like 86 billion, right? But if we hit 50 billion market cap down to like 35 billion market cap, you just have to pack your bags. Okay, don't look for that 100 billion market cap, because only the moon boys, right, and the newbies, right, will look for those high market caps, because by then they won't even know what a what a total market cap is, right? And if that's your third bull run, you're supposed to know those stuff. And if you don't know those stuffs, right, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so it means that you got to basically catch up. Some of these auto won't go to 500 billion, right? Like VeChain, it won't. Okay, regardless how much I love VeChain, I don't think it'll go like to above 100 billion. Even if it does, it might just stay there like for a day or something like that. Okay, so I would say 35 billion, maximum 50 billion. Get rid of it. If it goes to 100 billion, who cares? Okay, it's just under 2x, right? I mean, a 2x is a lot, but you know what I mean, right? If you're buying it at these lows, a 2x will be, you know, irrelevant to you. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at Ether. Ether is pumping. Everything is pumping right now. Okay. Litecoin sucker is 72. Uni is 4.4, looking pretty good. We just talked about VeChain. Zen is pumping. Okay, 1 inch, you know, I think it'll do well, right? This pattern for 1 inch, okay? The problem with 1 inch, before we talk about this pattern, is like, you know, the dilution. That's the only part. That's the only problem, right? But with 1 inch, we've seen this pattern with Wazir, okay, where Wazir basically was, you know, just dumping like for like nearly a year and a half, 2 years, and all of a sudden in 1 month it just get the job done, right, and basically pump all the way up, you know, to some crazy prices, right? So Wazir, I mean, if you compare Wazir and 1 inch, they look pretty similar. Let's take a look at Wazir. I think I can get it right here. I cannot get it on. Let's take a look at it right there. Mark is saying, I like Prime. What's Prime? Prime. It must be a new coin. Was it WRX or This guy is not working. Oh gosh. Everything is pumping and the chart's not working. Let's go back here. WRX. Yeah, can get the Wazir BTC. Let's check it out on KuCoin. Yeah, I can get the complete chart. Yeah, but I'll talk about it in another video, okay? Just move on. Okay, so it is a new coin probably, right? So we'll see how it'll do, right? Prime. Let's move on to Ether. So Ether is back above 1800, right? Looking to break its monthly 21 EMA. We'll see if we're gonna be able to close above the monthly 21 EMA. If BTC doesn't break below 32K, right, it'll be hard to get back down to these lows. Also for Ether, dropping down to like $1,000. So because Ether BTC is actually already bearish. So Ether BTC, right, it is already dumping down to these lows, just about like a 0.05. We talked about it a long time ago, right? So we will see if Ether will find support right here, because if Ether finds support and try to retest the trend line resistance, right, it means, right, Ether USD, right, if BTC stays the same, Ether USD going to be bullish. But we know Ether USDT resistance going to remain right up to 2150, and support going to remain down to like $1,000 plus minus 10%. Okay, so we'll see, okay, if Ether USD will be able to break out above the 2150 over the next like a few weeks or month, you know, if it takes out the monthly 21 EMA, of course, right? So another pattern, right, that could be evolving over the next like a few months is like this pattern right here. So we'll see if bulls will just follow through and just retest the top of the trend line resistance right here, just by like a 23, depending on when we're gonna get there, right? But the main horizontal resistance, right, going to remain the 1950 to 2150 area, if and only if it takes out the monthly 21 EMA. Okay. Okay, Mark is saying Ether BTC is at macro trend low. Yeah, we just talked about Ether BTC. I mean, I talked about Ether BTC a long time ago, right? We said support all the way down to a 0.05 or even down to like a 0.037. 0.037, it is right around the 50% pullback right here. And if you've been watching me long enough, back in 2020, right, I was extremely bullish on Ether. I was calling for this move all the way down to the T and saying like Ether support at 0.023. And we said like, okay, we're going to pump all the way up to 0.045. Right, 0.045 right here. And that's exactly what we did, right? Came back down and push high. Right, so we first need to take out the, 0.045, right? Up to 0.05 first before we could try to challenge, right, the 0.037 area, right? But as of now, on the monthly basis, I don't see a bullish reversal for Ether. Right, it could happen at any given time, right? If Ether stays bullish and flip back up above the monthly 21 EMA, it could be a different story. But as of now, right, Ether BTC going to remain bearish till we get a clear reversal pattern. Jenko's in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. 88 to $5. I mean, depending on your time horizon, all right? I don't think we will get there in 2023, right? 2024, I don't think we will get there. Possibly 2025, right? Yes, it could be. Okay. I mean, Ether BTC, it is on log right here. Okay. And you say, you're saying basically to draw the line right here. Change the Ether BTC chart to log and draw the trend line from 2017. You're trying to say maybe change it to regular. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think you mean the regular chart. Okay, yeah, something like that. Not the log chart, but the regular chart, right? Yes, I see what you're saying. But I think Ether BTC, the ratio of the Ether dominance over the BTC dominance will give you a better view, because I talked about this chart a long time ago. Okay, the trend line, you got the normalized one, right? Like that. The Ether BTC, right, over the Ether dominance over the BTC dominance. I talked about this trend line a long time ago. So that's basically what you're saying, but on the regular scale, right? On the log scale, that's the log scale right here. So we broke the trend line a long time ago, and I talked about it in my premium. I was saying, like, to normalize Ether BTC, right? You take the Ether dominance, right? You divided it by your, by the BTC dominance, you get your normalized chart. You can see Ether broke the chart a long time ago. That's why I follow the Ether dominance, right? And I was saying that the Ether dominance will drop down to a 14%. Okay, I said it last year when I was saying, like, the Ether dominance was somewhere around here. I think like 20% right? And I was saying that we're gonna drop down to 14%. And you take a look at the Ether dominance over the BTC dominance, you can see exactly we broke that support area. So if you want to basically use the Ether BTC on a regular chart, you could say it is also a support, right? But we will see if it'll hold. Okay, because all your indicators on a monthly basis are dumping. Okay, they're dumping, right? Thanks a lot for watching, Mark. Yeah, but I think you're trying to say like Ether BTC on a regular chart, not on the logs, not on the log chart, because on the log you cannot basically get a. We already broke this line right here. Okay. But you're saying since 2017. Yeah, since 2017, that's the only trend line I can find, right? Unless you want to use the horizontal line. Hey, what's up, Tails? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. No on log scale. Okay. Try to join our public Telegram group and send a chart so I can understand what you're saying. Yes, BTC got to close above 32 on the weekly. I mean, it doesn't have to, right? But closing below 32 on the weekly, I mean, it'll scare everyone, myself including, right? Yeah, if we close below so let me know if you look, just if you're still looking for this move, right? BTC coming down to like a 7K, 6K and all that good stuff. Because I know some bears, you know, I said it long time ago, you know, after 12 months into the bear market, okay, if this is your first bear market or your first bull market, whatever, okay, in the future, after the first 12 months, right, after, you know, after the first 12 months of the bull market peak, you don't want to be looking for another 50% drop on BTC. Okay, you've been following me long enough, you know it is just a textbook bearish pattern. Okay, 12 months after the bull market peak, you just buy the dips. Okay, even if it drops another 10-15%, it won't make a big difference because you're looking for another 10x move, 20x move. For alt, you know, yes, they could drop 30-40% still after the first 12 months of the bear market, okay, or the first 12 months of the bull market peak, however you want to say it, right? But most of them, right, they probably already found the bottom after the first 12 months, but you just don't know which one. So you're just going to be accumulating, or you just wait till, you know, the following 12 month, right, which basically going to make it 24 month total, right, just like, you know, 2021, November 2021 up to basically November 2023, that's 24 month Leroy, right? You start to, you know, say, hey, regardless of what's going to be happening over the next like a few months, I know alt already bought, and I'm looking for the next 18 months after that. Okay, hopefully it is clear. All right, I will take a look at it. Mark, thanks a lot, man, for sharing. Okay, I see what you're saying, Mark. Yeah, that's a, I mean, yes, it is a solid solid point. Right. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. But let's go back to BTC on a 3D basis, right? So on a 3D, we got a fresh, I mean, we will get a fresh 3D candle, okay? So the next 3D candle, you know, we will get it within 24 hours. The trend line support right here now acting as a trend line resistance, exactly hit it down, you know, up to the T right here, right around like a 35K. So we'll see if we're going to be able to break it. Even if we retest like 32K, you know, within the next 3D candle, it's not going to be that bearish as long as we don't close the weekly, you know, below 30K, you know, so even 32K, okay? But the 3D looking pretty good, right? So no sort of bearishness on the 3D. MACD is positive right here. I was expecting MACD to flip negative right after the small double top double bottom right here. I was expecting the MACD to flip negative right here, but it never did. So making it like hard as of now, right, to stay bearish, you know, or trying to be bearish on BTC on the lower degree, okay? Okay, for Leroy, November 2023 is 11/20/23. Yeah, he got that one right though. Okay, let's see. Somebody asked about Wing. Let's take a look at Wing. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. Chart doesn't look good. It doesn't, I'm not saying like chart doesn't look good in terms of like ugliness, but like just doesn't have the data I need. Let's take a look at Wing BTC. So Wing so it actually did pretty well during the after the first bottom, right around May 2022, right? It pumped all the way up when the market was dumping, still like back in 2022, the market was still dumping, but Wing was in a bull run right against BTC. It pumped like 30x. So that's crazy, okay? So against BTC, I would just be cautious, okay? Since it already did the 30x, I would just stay in BTC and wait for Wing to basically clear the resistance line right there. Okay, as long as we stay below the trend line resistance, you just want to be cautious and stay in BTC. Okay, because if it is bearish against BTC, it is not okay. It is most likely not going to perform well in USD, right? Right. So just follow the trend line resistance. If we can take out the trend line resistance, on a weekly basis, right, that'll be bullish, right? You could be looking for a potential, triple top right here. Other than that, right, you got your support right here, just about like 14,000 sats. If we break it, you got your 8,000 to 7,000 sats as your next support. All right, so hash rate 8784 1356 is saying he's gonna wait for 32k to be adding more to his position. So let's take a look at ICP BTC. So ICP BTC is doing pretty bad, right? So no sign of reversal, right? Of a reversal at all, right? So broke the trend line support. The horizontal trend line support around like 20,000 sats right here, right back in December. Unlike Wing, was Wing or Wings, whatever, pumped a lot in 2022, but this guy is moving like a real alt. So the trend is really down, so it's not much I can do, right, with the trend. The best thing to do is just accumulate if you believe in a project, right, and just wait. I don't think we will get a a move like that all the way back up. Okay, it's probably going to give you a double bottom before a move back up. And regaining all-time high, you could forget about it against BTC. I don't think we will regain all-time high because the market cap will be super high. Okay, if we try to go back up like let's say 25x and BTC goes up 10x, okay, that'll be like 200x in basically in USD. Okay, so and it is a top coin. These top coins, they don't go 200x, right? But overall, right, I would just be patient. Everything is nearly down on a weekly basis. Your indicator, your RSI is down, your MACD is down. Market is looking to reverse. Of course, okay, ICP will not be under $10, $20, $30, okay? When we around like, let's say 7 trillion, 8 trillion market cap, it could be above like $80, $100, all right? $80, $100 and stuff like that, right? Yeah, I mean, I would just accumulate BTC, right? And be patient and be adding on to your alt slowly, right? And increase your alt exposure. I said it multiple times. Be 75% BTC, 25% alt. And during the last phase of the bear market, increase your alt exposure up to 50% and be like 50% BTC, 50% alt before 2024, right? At least, right? All right, guys. I think it is time to call it a night. It's been a while since my last live stream, and my voice is killing me. So I got to do some rehearsing for this long live stream, right? All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.